I've done a lot of styles, a lot of different footwork. What I find is that the footwork doesn't help if you don't understand the principles of how your feet work. Most people are very heavy on their feet. What they do is they plod, they put all the weight on their feet, and it's very hard for them to be quick and nimble on their feet. Footwork to work efficiently, you don't want a ton of weight on one foot versus the other because you can't transfer from foot to foot properly. So you have to know how to move on your feet. So I'll give you a couple ideas. There's moving on your heels. Moving on your heels is when I want to make tight turns. So if I want to shift and shift, shift and shift. You never want to move both at the same time because it's uncoordinated, unbalanced. So if I'm in tight and I need to shift and move my foot so I can move, I always rotate on the heels. If you're taking longer steps, you want to be on the balls of your feet. So anytime you make a pivot, like a karate turn, anything that makes you want to spring like this, you need to be on the balls. There's an interplay between the balls of your feet and your heels. You need to understand how you can shift from one to the other depending on the situation you need. It factors into your movement and your striking. So a lot of people, what they do when I watch them hit, is they hit and they keep this heel down, which does not allow their hip to transfer forward properly as if the heel came up. So the heel moves depending on what your hips do. So if my hip is making a closed motion where I'm going this way, you're going to see my hip pull and my heel's going to come up. And that allows me to have that extra power on the shot when I throw it. Conversely, if I was opening, say my hips are going this way, my heel would turn like this. Because when your hips drag, it drags your foot. It's not that you're moving your heels on purpose. It's just the relaxation in your body allows the heel to move with you. If you don't, then you're flat-footed like this and you have no hips into your work. So when you do that, you should try it, like it's a simple drill. Look, you take your hand and you close and feel the hip so that your heel goes up. And you turn the other way and feel how the heel goes that way. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, like that, which allows you to get more power on your shot. Now when you're doing it in the step, it's the same idea. If I'm close, what I need to do is when I want to make a pivot, like if I want to turn on him, look, I'm going to take the heel and I'm going to shift and I'm going to rotate. That allows me to get around quickly. If I'm a longer distance, it's going to be more on the balls of the feet. When you're on the balls of the feet, it's important that you know how to shift your weight to move your feet. See, it's in a weird interplay. Footwork is connected to your body. If your body does not connect to your feet, then your feet don't work properly. Most people are very stiff and they just plod around without their body properly, and their feet don't work right. When I'm moving, if I want to be on the balls of my feet, it's important a lot of times that I shift my mass forward just a touch. So if I go like this back, I'm going to go into my heels. But if I come like this and shift my weight, it allows me to stay on the balls of my feet, which allows me to move. So when you're doing this, it's really, really important that you understand how I can propel from the balls of my feet and how I can shift from my heels. So every time you work, everything you do with your feet, you have to be able to transfer from the front of your foot to the back of your foot. If you can kind of figure out how to rotate on those feet properly, it'll make your footwork significantly better. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Feel free to share. It helps the channel grow.